Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, I love you all. Thanks for always coming back. To my new subscribers and to the people watching me for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate and I love you too. Thank you. So today we're going to be narrating the movie Under Siege, a Mount Zion movie. The Mount Zion movie is produced by the Damilolas. Okay, so today's movie, Under Siege, talks about like youths, promising youths who had um, talents, but those talents were also tried to be harvested by the enemy. So we had about four of them. They were fire children when they were growing up. There were three boys and a girl. But along the line, when they became youths, right? The guys especially started looking for other way out. So it looked like the girl was the only one that remained in the right path. So one of them, Kayode, was the first one that blew up, became very popular. He went into worldly music, started singing um normal, I don't know the word anymore. Started singing random songs, and he became very popular, and that made him rich. He started going on tourism to different countries just to sing. So obviously, with that kind of lifestyle, his friends started envying him. They wanted to be like him. They wanted to do what he was doing just so that they would blow. They got tired of singing gospel songs. So, and this guy, the guy, his father happened to be the pastor of their church. So the father wasn't happy that he chose the path of uh, worldly songs. So kind of the father disowned him, that kind of a thing. It was like, until you change your way of life or your choice of career, don't come to my house, that kind of a thing. On the other hand, the guy became so popular even in his school. Everybody wanted to be like him. Like they were so happy to be in the same school, the same class with the celebrity. So they all wanted to be like him. His close friend wanted to be like him as well. But they didn't know what he had done behind the scene. So when one of them, his name is I think Tumini in that movie, was asking this guy, the guy, like, guy, have fun now. Connect me now. See as me and you there, you just blow up. You know, carry me, show me road, that kind of thing. And then Kayode was like, my guy, you're doing good where you are. Like your songs has power. Like he himself, he goes to listen to this his friend's song, this Tumini Abitimunu's songs when he's depressed, and it gives him hope. But the Timini guy, on his other hand, feels that his own song is leading him to depression. Like Kayode, who is the popular one, is saying Timini's songs lifts him up from depression. You see, what they say, you're here, the other place is hungry you. In Igbo, when I was saying on Gangala now, that kind of a thing, you're here, but where you're not is what you want to be. You don't know what the person is passing through. So Kayode was trying to encourage this guy not to be like him because he had actually joined a cult which made him popular. And he didn't want his friend to join that cult because he was at the point trying to come out of it, but they're threatening him. But he can't come out plain to say this to his friend, right? So he was just like, guy, don't be like me, oh, stay where you are. What you're doing is the best. But the other one didn't understand it. So he kept saying he wanted to go into that kind of songs as well. He was tired of singing for the church. He was tired of singing for the choir. He was tired of basically doing everything that is right. He was saying yes, so he doesn't want to sing for the devil, but then he doesn't want to sing in the church as well. He wants to be in the middle. And then people are trying to tell him that you can't be in the middle. You need to choose. You know when they say pick a struggle, you need to pick a struggle. So he was like he's tired. He wants to blow as well. So In the quest of wanting to blow, he met one of their friends, Samuel. Samuel didn't ask Coyote how he blew. Samuel found somebody, which coincidentally is the same person that met Coyote and initiated Coyote. So Samuel met the person, and that one introduced him to their cult as well, and he did his own ritual. But he has not blown. He was still in the process of getting to blow, but he has already started the ritual process. So Timini went to his parents to say, okay, no, the girl in their group as a child reported that Timini guy to his father, but he refused to present at her concert because she was having a music concert in church, and she invited Timini to minister in the church, in the program, but Timini refused. So he reported to Timini's dad, "Sir, your son didn't want to honor my invitation to my music concert, and he's no longer coming for choir practice." So the dad scolded him and asked him to, as a punishment, to compose a song for the choir that they'll sing on Sunday. That song is very nice. I'm going to sing it. It will be another video. And this guy also, his siblings will not even help him matters. They always jabbing him, telling him that, see your friend Kai, they don't blow. You are here singing songs that don't make any sense. You are here forming musician, but you can't. Your music is not giving you anything. You know, his sisters were always teasing him, but his songs made a lot of sense. And they knew they were just teasing him because they wanted the flashy things like how they was getting. So when this Timini's parents got involved and asked him why he rejected presenting in the concert, he now said he wanted to go and sing secular songs, secular music. That's the word, secular music. And the father now counseled him and said to him, "You want to go and do secular music? Don't forget where you're coming from. Don't forget this. Don't forget that. Why don't you use what you have for God?" You know, we're just trying to encourage him. But the boy, you know, as a youth now, you think your parents are just saying jargon. So that's how he went to meet Samuel. He called Samuel on phone, and Samuel told him that he had met one guy that promised him that he's going to blow, that he's going to sign him up for his record label. So this guy was now begging Samuel, "Please now connect me. I mean, they sign me too. Let us start singing." You get. So Samuel decided to introduce him to the guy. On the other hand, Kayode was struggling, wanting to come out of this cult because they were asking him to come for his second ritual, which he didn't want to do because that was not the kind of life he wanted for himself. He wanted to come out, he wanted to quit. But these guys were not going to let him just quit like that. They were like, "In short, you're not going to quit. If you're going to quit, you sign your contract by blood. If you're going to quit, you're going to quit by blood. That means they're going to kill him. If he's no longer doing, he'd rather die." That's what it was like. So he was really struggling, he wanted to go on. But he had courage though, he kept challenging them. So one day he went to the club, and in that club, those cult guys, the music label people, accosted him, and he challenged them, and then they shot in the air and he ran away. Police people were involved. Timini's dad is a policeman. So the man and his men came. Luckily for Kayode, the point where the music people, the cult guys, caught him and wanted to shoot him, the police people arrived, so they left him and ran away. So the police people, which included Timini's dad, knew Kayode as his son's friend and their pastor's son. But like, "Kayode, what are you doing here?" And took the guy. I'm like, "Enter the car." So that was how he rescued the guy and took the guy home to his dad. But his dad was like, "What is he doing in my house? What are you doing here?" Go back. The man was the so you're wasting your life in the club. This one, that one, he was like, in short, but the person was like, sir, I feel like this boy has a lot to tell us, which he hasn't said or hasn't gotten a chance to tell us. I feel like if you give him more time and with love, he's going to like open up to us and tell us more because I sense there is something deep, you know. So the person not like, oh, you want to teach me how to train my child. Like you're not the one that is going to teach me how to be a father. You see that pride came in. So the policeman was like, I'm so sorry, sir. You're my father in the Lord. I cannot teach you how to be a father, but this is just how I feel at the moment. No, like, okay, since you're going to be the one to teach me how to be a father, take him now and be a father to him. Let him not stay in my house this night. So the wife pleaded with him, but he wasn't having it. So the wife pleaded with the policeman to take their son back home that night and let the son come back in the morning. So the policeman took Kaede home. When they got home, he asked Kaede to narrate the story to him. What was it that was eating him up that he wanted to say? What was that thing? How did he get involved with the cult guys? So that's when the guy broke into tears and opened up to this man and said to him that those guys are the music club people that made him popular. But on the other hand, they are cultists. And now they want him to do another sacrifice, which he's not ready to do. So he narrated everything to the man and how his friend that initiated him to the cult has been killed because the friend got fed up too and wanted to quit. That one has been killed. And that guy's death has been a puzzle that the policeman, that particular team that has been trying to solve to find out who was responsible. So with this guy's narration, he knew those responsible for the guy's death. So he has solved this puzzle. But then how do they help this one out so that he doesn't get killed? That's when they now realize that his own son is not in the house, so and his own son has been saying he want to blow. Are you sure this people have not carried him? They decided to call him on phone, call the son on phone. Lo and behold, the son has already gone to the den of the enemy. Samuel has taken Timini to go and meet these cult guys. When they got there, the cult guys were like, "We're not accepting new members." They knelt down to beg. Oh. You can imagine. When devil say, I don't want you, they beg them to make it collect you. You can imagine, oh. They were kneeling down to beg the cult guys to take the Timini. You can imagine. That's when they now said that their boss said they're not taking anybody until Kayode goes down. Timini, as a Jew man that he is, you heard your friend's thing that he says he's in trouble. You went to say you know him. As per why? He said he knew the guy. That's how they now carried him, that he must provide the guy. If not, they'll kill him. Voila. That was at that point, that was when the Kayode guy was calling him on the phone to say, Guy, where are you? He now told the gospel that it's the Kayode that is calling him on the phone. That's how the gospel now said, he must take them to Kayode because they want Kayode down. He must take them to Kayode or they take him down. So they took him and Samuel to his own house because from the phone call they found out that Kayode was in the boy's house with the boy's parents. So they took Samuel, the whole squad went to Timini's house. When they got there, they called Timini's dad on phone and asked him not to call the police, that they should just release Kayode to them. Then they release their son. If not, they'll set their son on fire. It was a very trying period. That few minutes was a very trying one because before you knew it, so from phone call, they started beating up their son. Innocent boy will not do anything. They started beating him up just to threaten the parents to release Kayode to them. The boy's parents refused that Kayode is not going anywhere. Sorry. So the policeman called for his crew to come to his house, that there is fire on the mountain. So the colleague was outside, they were outside beating the Timini boy up. His parents could literally see them beating him from their window, but they couldn't do anything because they didn't want to release Coyote. They were just waiting for police people to come. You see how devil works? The police people, when they are, their car refused to start. If you start and they get somewhere to stop, that they were just in break and crunch, break and crunch. That was the enemy. That's when the father was like, call the police, like, where are you guys now? My son is in trouble. If anything happens to my son, I won't be happy. What are you doing? They were like, their car spoiled. The man knew that this thing is not just a physical war now. It's fire war, it's spiritual. So he held his wife's hand, they started praying. Samuel's sister had a nightmare. This was happening in the night. Samuel's sister had a dream, a nightmare rather. She woke up and she was like, Mom, please, we need to pray for Samuel. Where is Samuel? He's not in the house. Where is he at this time of the night? We need to pray for him. So they started praying for Samuel. Kayode's dad, the pastor that rejected Kayode, had a dream as well where Kayode was in trouble, and then they said to him that he was the reason why his son was in that mess. So he was like, no, nothing must happen to his son. So he started praying for his son as well. To be fair, these two families, they don't know what is happening because the Kayode, the Timini's dad, the policeman that they're in his house, they didn't have time to start calling anybody. The only people he managed to call was the police people. So he didn't call these two families to say, see you, your children are here, they're all in trouble. He didn't say anything to them. But see how God works. The Spirit of God alerted these people and they started praying for these boys. They beating Timini up. Next thing, they poured fuel on him because they threatened the parents now that they will set him ablaze if they don't release Kayode. So when they saw that the Kayode was not coming out, they poured fuel on the guy and now gave Samuel, his friend, lighter to light him up. You see how these people very wicked. Gave the boy a lighter to light him up. That after all, he's the one that brought him to the cabin. So he has to send him off. Samuel took the lighter. If his hand was shaking, he could never light it. His family, they were praying. If he tries to light it, the fire will off. He'll be like, he now starts saying that he cannot. Timothy was not singing, God is calling, God is calling, God is calling, God is calling you. God is calling, God is calling, God is calling, God is calling you. Oh Samuel, God is calling you, God is calling you. When he thought that song, when they were beating, he started singing this song. Samuel started crying. Samuel was not like, I can't. I know feet. I can't light him up. He was crying. Then Kayode, on the other hand, who was inside the house, got fed up. Police people have now arrived. They are beating his friends up. They were going to kill them if he doesn't go out. So he was like, I'm fed up. I can't let anything happen to my friends. So he stormed out of the house and I told the guy, I've forgotten the guy's name. Was he Gangster? I've forgotten what the guy name. Like, Gangster, do you wait till you be coward? You be coward. Why you carry your men? Come, you for come alone. As I was still talking, the guy, that gangster, even waiting, they call him, just brought out his gun and was like, I know they talk too much, and shot the guy, Kayode, up to 3 times. And the guy fell. His friends ran to him. Police people arrived just at the same point where they shot the Kayode guy. And they started having shootouts with the policemen. The policemen, they caught guys, started having shootouts. So that was how Samuel and Timini ran to where Kayode was on the floor. Police were able to defeat the cultists by shooting all of them, except the gang leader, that gangster, now waiting be name. So that one ran away. But on his way, he ran into another group of police people, and Mumu, he saw policemen. Instead of him to hand over, he wanted to shoot them. Only he wanted to shoot three, I mean two policemen, and they shot him. So he died too. So that's how the policemen defeated all the bad boys. And then the Kainde was rushed to the hospital. To the glory of God, he survived. I didn't tell us that after narrating his story to Timini's dad, that's a policeman, the man led him to Christ. The man led him to Christ before they started calling Timini, like, where is the guy? He led the boy to Christ, which was a good thing. I was like, even if he died, at least one thing is that he has given his life to Christ, that this is going to make heaven. So the man led him to Christ. And these court guys, they had a boss. So apart from this gangster that I mentioned, they had a boss that I think what he did, that's that where they actually did the ritual. I think the ritual was homosexuality. They even if they didn't say it, but I think that was it. Because when the guy was narrating his story, after doing the normal initiation they will do for you in their court group, they will now send you to that man's house and say it's for you to go and complete your, what do they call them, your ritual. But when you get there, the man will drug you. The man will drug them, and then they wake up in the man's room. So what happened there? They didn't say it, but I'm thinking that is what it is, because the man was later arrested for sexual assault. So that tells me it's is he's gay, yeah. And you can imagine this Timini, when they were telling him you can't pay the price. But this is saying, how much is the price that I cannot pay? If you could pay it, why can't I pay it? But you see, so that was it. So in this movie, it was very interesting. This movie, there are just so many stories to learn from it. Sometimes, when you're admiring people, you don't know what is going on for them behind the scene. If that person is telling you, "Don, this is my part," it's not the part for you. That person may not be joking. The person is not joking, actually. Not even may not be joking. The person is not joking. You should even be thankful the person is telling you that part is not, because obviously the person doesn't want, someone that loves you will not want you to trade their part when they know that their part is the wrong one. So you can imagine this guy, his friend telling him that what I'm doing is not the best for you, and he's saying no. He felt the guy didn't want him to blow, but the guy was trying to save him from the mess he has gotten himself into. You get, and he did not enter because he wanted to be a cultist. He was only told, you have a talent, we want to send you to our label. He thought he was just going to be signed into a music label. He didn't know what was involved until he entered. And that's how these things are. So if you even have someone that is telling you don't enter, think about it. Like, just think about it. The person might just be saving you from a big mess. And then for the boy's father, who is a pastor, the boy, he didn't even give this boy a chance. This boy tried severally. Because I'm narrating the movie, and I don't want us to spend hours, a very long time on it. And I didn't go into every detail. So I don't narrate this movie so you don't watch it. I narrate this so that you can go and actually watch it and understand for yourself. This man, I don't know, like, even if he was a pastor, I feel like he forgot that he's also human, and humans have flaws. Because your son literally told you that he doesn't want to be a pastor. Okay, the first problem he had with his son is that the son didn't want to be a pastor. He rather wanted to be a musician. Which I feel, if he had tried to guide the boy and direct the boy into being a musician for Christ, the boy wouldn't have even missed road. But no, he didn't want the boy to be a musician. He just wants the boy to be a pastor. And the boy doesn't want to be a pastor. And what is even the boy's reason for not being the pastor? The boy said to his father, I don't want to be a pastor like you, because you had my time, You were present in my life before you became a pastor. The moment you became a pastor, we became like strangers. You didn't have my time again. You became fathers to outsiders, to other people, rather than me, which is a very big mistake. Do not let that the fact that you want to serve God, God did not make tell you to serve Him and abandon your family. You can't be serving God, saving the world, and your own family is in trouble. Like I don't understand. Like it doesn't make sense trying to fight battles for people, but your own house, you've not shielded it. You need to shield your house. You need to protect your house and then protect other people. Like he was literally being present for other people. The boy was, and this boy is your only son. Says sometimes he saw you once in a year. And when you come back, you're still like a stranger to him. You treat him like a stranger. You don't have his time. That fatherly guidance wasn't there. That counseling wasn't there. That connection wasn't there. And this is literally a boy trying to tell the father, Father, this is what I'm missing. And instead of you to invite your son and say, I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry, my son. How do we fix this? And you're like, you're just being a child when you grow up. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So these are just things. And for young ones, if you have talent, try to use it for God. Don't sit on the fence with it. Use it for God. Because if you don't use it for God, you use it for the enemy. There's also like being in between. Okay? So please, my friends, go watch that movie. Under Siege is the name. And I'm going to sing the song that comes with this that he sang in this movie. There's so many songs that he sang in this movie, but there's the one I want to sing which I love more, and it's going to be a different video. So try and watch it when I post it. Thank you very much for stopping by. I love you all. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.